Okay, so January 2015.
Right.
I want you to picture the scene. You're looking at, the absolute definition of a Hollywood power couple.
The kind that feels bulletproof.
Totally bulletproof. On one side, you've got Patrick Dempsey.
TV's McDreamy.
Guy with the perfect hair, the racing suit, all the fame. And on the other, his wife of 15 years, Jillian Fink.
And you have to remember, in Hollywood, 15 years is basically a golden anniversary.
It's an eternity. They were supposed to be the stable ones.
But then the news breaks. And it's not a leak, it's an explosion.
Jillian files for divorce, cites irreconcilable differences, and immediately the tabloids are circling.
Oh, absolutely, because the stakes were huge. We're talking an estimated $40 million.
And no prenup.
No prenup, which is just a recipe for disaster.
So everyone's waiting for the screaming matches, the leaked texts, the usual nasty Hollywood divorce.
The whole cliche playing out.
But then there's just silence.
Yeah, the cameras are waiting for a fight that never actually comes.
And that silence, that's what makes this whole story so fascinating. Welcome to StarScope Report.
Today we are uncovering the drama, the shakeups, and the scandals behind the fame.
And our big story is a question that I've honestly been thinking about for years. He saved his marriage from disaster. How?
It's a great question. Because here we are, January 2026, and Patrick Dempsey's got a new show, Memory of a Killer.
But more than that, he and Jillian have now been married for over 25 years.
So they went from the brink of divorce to like a model marriage.
So that's our mission today. How did that happen? And looking at the research, the answer isn't just, they went to therapy.
No, at all. To understand why he fought so hard to save this marriage, you have to go back.
Way back.
You have to dig up the absolute wreckage of his first marriage, a relationship he himself called a Freudian nightmare.
I saw that quote, a Freudian nightmare.
It's heavy stuff. We're talking about a massive age gap, a very weird power dynamic, and some truly awful allegations. So let's get into it.
Okay, let's start at that breaking point. January 2015. From the outside, things looked fine, but they obviously weren't.
No. And to really get the stakes, you have to understand what they had. This wasn't some quickie Vegas wedding.
Right. They had a real meet cute. I love this story.
It's great. So 1994, Patrick Dempsey walks into a hair salon in L.A.
And Jillian's working there as a stylist.
Exactly. She sees Patrick Dempsey in her appointment book, and she just rolls her eyes.
She thought it was a prank.
Totally. Her coworkers were always writing fake celebrity names in the book to mess with her.
So she's just standing there waiting for some random dude to walk in.
Imagine her face when the actual Patrick Dempsey walks through the door.
Oh my God. The double take must have been incredible.
But according to people, the chemistry was there right away. But, and this is important, the timing was wrong.
They were both with other people.
Right. So for 3 years, he was just the client. He'd come in for a haircut.
That is some serious restraint. 3 years of small talk.
Well, and flirting. Jillian later admitted she was always flirting with him.
I mean, who wouldn't be?
Fair point.
Yeah.
But they didn't actually get together until 1997. Married in 99, built a real life, 3 kids.
So what broke them after all that? Was it another person?
It wasn't a person. It was a machine. A race car.
Ah, the racing. I always just thought that was like a cool hobby.
And that's the thing. It wasn't a hobby.
Yeah.
Not really. He gave an interview to Men's Journal where he talked about it. This was a second career.
He was serious about it.
Extremely serious. He was racing in the 24 Hours of Le Mans, Daytona. These are incredibly demanding, dangerous races.
And they take up so much time.
All of his time. He admitted it. The racing took so much focus that there was basically nothing left for his family. He said he was mid-crisis.
So he was basically an absent husband.
And that's why she hit her breaking point. You can only be a spectator in your own life for so long before you have to file the papers.
So she does. And this is usually where the lawyers step in and everything gets ugly.
Right, the ego kicks in. Protect your assets. But he did something you almost never see, especially with that kind of money on the line.
He just folded.
He basically said, no, I'm not letting this go. He told people, our marriage was not something I was prepared to let go of.
So he finally realized what he was losing.
He realized they hadn't actually done the work. They'd just drifted apart.
So he parked the car.
He literally parked the car. He cut way back on racing. They spent the rest of 2015 in counseling, really focusing on the marriage.
And it worked. By 2016, the divorce was officially off.
And you got to love his quote about it. Someone asked him the secret to their reconciliation. He listed counseling, communication, and...
Oh, I know this one. Lots of sex.
Lots of sex.
Hey, you know what? It's honest. If that piece is missing, everything else is harder.
It's a pretty vital sign of a healthy relationship, yeah.
But this is where the story gets so much deeper. Because saving your marriage is one thing.
Right. But the reason he might have been so terrified of a nasty divorce is because he had already been through one. And it wasn't just nasty. It was a horror show.
This is what changes the whole context.
Again,
If you think a 15-year itch is bad, we have to talk about the Freudian nightmare.
we have to go all the way back to 1984.
Okay, lay it out for us.
Patrick is 18 years old, just a kid from Maine. He's dyslexic, just starting out. He gets a part in a touring play, Brighton Beach Memoirs.
18 in Hollywood is like, what, 12?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And in this play, his aunt is played by an actress named Rochelle Parker. Everyone called her Rocky.
And how old was she?
She was 44.
18 and 44. And she's playing his aunt.
And they start dating.
Okay, just
Yeah.
let's pause on that. That's a 26-year age gap. The power dynamic there is just, it's off the charts.
It gets more intense. She wasn't just his girlfriend. She became his manager, his acting coach. She was controlling his whole career.
And then they got married.
In 1987, he was 21, she was 47. And they kept it a secret for 2 years.
There's another detail from the research that I just can't get over. Her son.
You mean the fact that her son, Corey Parker, was a year older than his new stepfather, Patrick?
Yes. Can you imagine that Thanksgiving? Hey, Dad, pass the rolls to the guy who's younger than you are.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
And Patrick himself looked back on it years later. In 2006, he just flat out said, I think I needed a mother.
And that's the Freudian nightmare quote.
That's it. He was a lost kid, and she stepped in and took control of everything.
What's so wild is how his movies at the time were kind of reflecting this.
Oh, it's uncanny. This was his Can't Buy Me Love Loverboy era.
And in the movie, In the Mood, he plays a teen famous for dating older women. In Loverboy, he's sleeping with older housewives.
His real life and his on-screen persona were in this really weird, uncomfortable feedback loop.
It almost feels like she, as his manager wife, was leaning into it, capitalizing on it.
You have to wonder. But as he got into his 20s, he wasn't a kid anymore. He wanted his own life.
And that's when it all fell apart.
It exploded. The divorce was filed in 1994, and if the split with Jillian was quiet diplomacy, this was nuclear war.
Rocky didn't just ask for a divorce. The allegations she made, if they came out today, his career would be over. Instantly.
And they weren't vague. We're looking at the actual court documents here. They are brutally specific.
She claimed he was physically abusive. She said he slammed a Van Door on her finger, that he gave her arthritis from the stress.
And then there's the one that is just. It's pure evil.
The one from the set of Can't Buy Me Love.
Yeah. She alleged that he beat her up because, and this is a direct quote, he wanted to see what it was like to beat up a woman.
It sounds like something a movie villain would say. It doesn't even sound real.
It's terrifying. It paints a picture of a total sociopath.
And for years, those accusations just sat there in the public record. He denied them, of course, but the cloud was always there.
So the question becomes, how do you go from that to becoming McDreamy, the romantic hero for millions of people?
And that is the twist, isn't it? Because almost a decade later, something happens that you almost never see. And you're not going to want to miss this because we're about to talk about the retraction that changed everything.
So it's 2006. Grey's Anatomy is a monster hit. Patrick Dempsey is McDreamy.
And of course, the tabloids go digging. They find the old divorce papers.
Yeah.
They're ready to publish this huge takedown piece.
And right when they're about to, Rocky Parker, his ex-wife, gives a statement to the National Enquirer.
And she takes it all back.
She retracts everything.
Like all of it. Every single word.
Every word. She flat out admitted she lied. She said, quote, in the heat of a divorce, sometimes people say things they normally wouldn't.
But why? Why make up something so specific and so damaging?
She confirmed that all the claims, the physical abuse, the mental abuse, the drug use, were false.
And the reason?
She said she was advised to make them.
Advised by her lawyers.
That's the clear implication, yeah. It was a legal strategy.
The scorched earth strategy.
Exactly. Destroy his reputation to get a better settlement.
That's just, it's beyond cynical. To use allegations of domestic violence as a bargaining chip.
It's awful. It undermines actual victims, and it can ruin the accused person's life forever.
And sadly, Rocky Parker passed away in 2014, so we can't get any more detail from her.
Right. But that retraction was everything. It cleared his name. But Think about the trauma of that experience for him.
To be a young guy, finally get out of this controlling relationship, and then have that person try to completely destroy you with these horrible lies.
And this right here is the key. This is what connects everything back to 2015 and his marriage to Jillian.
Connect those F's for me.
Patrick Dempsey knows what a truly ugly divorce looks like. Yeah. He's lived through an absolute nightmare. He knows it involves lies, public humiliation, total destruction.
So when things with Jillian started to go south...
He saw that same cliff edge.
Yeah.
He knew that if they went down that road, the fighting, the lawyers, it could turn into another disaster. He knew what not to do.
That makes perfect sense. He saw the abyss and just said, nope, not again.
Exactly. Instead of fighting her, he decided to fight for them. He put his ego, his race cars, everything second.
In the first marriage, he was the kid escaping. In the second, he was the partner who had to step up.
He was a peer. He had to be an equal. So they went to therapy. He did the work.
And look where they are now. It's 2026. He's got a new show on Fox.
Yeah, Memory of a Killer. It actually looks really good. Very different vibe for him.
And in his personal life, they just celebrated 25 years. I saw his anniversary post to her.
It was so sweet.
He wrote, "Life would not be the same without you. Your sexiness, your intelligence. You're an incredible mother, wife, friend, and partner."
And that word partner just hits differently now, knowing the context of his first marriage.
It really does, and they truly are partners. Jillian isn't just Patrick Dempsey's wife, she's a powerhouse.
Oh, her career is huge. Celebrity makeup artist, she has her own beauty lines.
Deluxe Beauty, the Jillian Dempsey line.
And he's not threatened by it. He supports it. Did you see that video of him letting her use him as a model for her skincare products?
Yes. The one where she has him buzzing his own hair. It's so cute and normal.
It shows this level of comfort and security that it clearly wasn't there before.
It's a total 180. He went from a relationship built on control and toxicity to one built on, mutual respect.
So when you look at that headline, how he saved his marriage, the answer isn't just one thing. It's that he broke a pattern.
He didn't let the trauma from his past ruin his future.
He learned from it. He realized winning isn't always about crossing the finish line first. Sometimes it's about knowing when to just slow down and go home.
It's a great lesson. You can be McDreamy, have all the money in the world, but if you don't actually do the work in your relationship, it's not going to last.
And sometimes the work is admitting you were wrong, putting a hobby aside, and going to therapy.
And, lots of sex.
Can't forget that part. An important variable.
Now here's a thought to leave you with. We know Rocky Parker took back her statements, and we know Patrick found a happy, stable partnership. But it makes you wonder about the whole Hollywood machine back then, in the 80s and 90s.
How so?
Well, we hear a lot about young actresses being manipulated by older, powerful men.
Right. That's a very common story, unfortunately.
But this was the reverse dynamic. A young, inexperienced male actor and an older, powerful female manager. It obviously happened.
Patrick's story is proof of that.
He got out, and eventually his name was cleared. But you have to wonder, how many others didn't? How many other teen heartthrobs from that time were in these weirdly controlling relationships that we all just dismissed as eccentric romances?
That's a really good question. A whole other deep dive, probably.
It really is. But for today, it's just nice to know that at least one of these stories had a happy ending.
It really is.
You've been listening to StarScope Report, where we uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.